once said, the will to win, the desire to succeed,
What takes guts is to put yourself on the line.
the urge to reach your full potential.
A leader makes the way.
These are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence. Success Resources is the world's leading events promoter of business, personal development, and wealth creation programs. For over 30 years, we've helped over 10 million people across 30 countries unlock their full potential. From North America to Europe to Africa to Asia to Oceania, we are the key to your personal success. We open the door to the world's best speakers such as Anthony Robbins, Sir Richard Branson, Robert Kiyosaki, and T. Harv Eker, to name a few. We have over 500 events a year and access to the greatest thinkers, achievers, and motivators of our time. We guide you to the success that lies in every one of us.
But you will not discover your greatness in your comfort zone.
We have never really truly reached our destination. There's always another level to strive for. Your best is yet to come. Success Resources.
Going to begin right now. If you guys can hear me, let me know in the chat. Let me know where you guys are connecting from. We are going to get started in about 10 seconds. I'm just plugging in my presenter into the USB right now. So go ahead and let me know in the chat. Let me take a look at the chat. Darlington, Mary, Titus, Jaya, Elfie, Fatima, Sri Lanka, from Kenya, Philippines, London. Perfect. Okay, guys, let me know if you guys can see and hear me. Just type in number 1. I just want to make sure that I'm not talking to myself right now as I get started from Oman, Philippines, Malaysia, Europe, Nigeria. Okay, perfect. Pakistan. Okay, very nice. I am going to share my screen in a second. Just wanted to make sure that you guys can see that as well. Let me click on this thing right here and share my screen. Okay, guys, right now my screen should be shared. You should be able to see my set of slides that says what I would do if I were to lose it all and if I had to rebuild, grow, and scale online. If you guys can see this, type in number 2 if you guys can see this. Okay, somehow says my webcam is not on, but it says it's switched on over here. So, give me a sec. Okay, guys, type in number 2 if you can see my set of slides in front of me. Number 2 if you can see my slides in front of me, and if you can see my face as well. The webcam, some people are saying it's not switched on. Let me check. If you guys can, okay, so you guys can see my slides, but I want to make sure one more thing. If you guys can see my face now, type in number 3. If you guys can see my face. Number 3, if you guys can see my face. Okay, 333. Okay, perfect. Okay. Okay, cool. Just wanted to check. With that said, let us begin. So today, welcome everybody. Today is all about a subject that I feel is so relevant. And the timing of it all, I don't think there's any other time than something like this, which is the obvious based on what's happening in the world. I wanted to share with you guys what I would do if I lost it all, if I had to rebuild, grow, and scale online. Okay, and first of all, I just wanted to thank and acknowledge all of you being here. Yes, this is a live webinar. It is the evening here on Saturday, July 18th. And before I even begin, I wanted to thank you for being here. Depending on which part of the world you're at, it's probably the weekend, and whether it's daytime, nighttime, or evening for you, I know that you have to take time out of your schedule to be here today. And that is something that I do not take lightly, and I will do everything in my power to make it well worth your time. Okay, so what is today all about? Couple of things. Number one, I'm going to be showing you how do you do launches. So if you are new to the online world and you have never done anything online, today I'm going to be showing you how is it possible to launch anything in the online world. How do you do that without being, a celebrity, without being out there, without having a list, without having any experience? How do you do that from scratch? Today I'm also going to be showing you how do you create evergreen marketing campaigns. We are going to literally take a look at some sites, some products that I created about a decade ago, 10 years ago, and how many of these sites are still generating an income for me today. We are going to be taking a look at this thing called affiliate marketing. Now I'd like you to write down those two words, affiliate marketing, and walk me through, and I'm going to walk you through literally how the process of promoting somebody else's product looks like. This is known as affiliate marketing. And this process is basically promoting somebody else's product and getting paid commissions in return. And what many people don't realize is that the world's largest marketplace for, let's say, physical products, which is Amazon, digital products, which is ClickBank, marketplaces that sell software services, what they all have in common is they all have this thing called an affiliate program. And what many people don't realize is that these programs, they all have this thing called an affiliate program. And what if they could actually pay you money whenever you make a sale? And today I'm going to be showing you how do you leverage and promote other people's products to get paid commissions in return. So this is known as affiliate program, an affiliate marketing. And today you're going to be able to see and understand why and how you can get involved promoting other people's products, programs, or services to get paid commissions in return. So since we'll be spending some time together here this evening, or depending on which part of the world you're at, would it be okay with you if I just quickly share with you my journey and what I did in order to make it happen, so that you can be able to see what are the steps you need to make as well? If that is okay, if that is cool with you, type in yes in the chat. Let me just quickly take a look at the chat and see, make sure everything's okay. Type in the chat, type in yes if it's good, if all is good. Let me just check the chat to make sure everything's running right. Okay, cool. Yes. Okay, my thing is lagging for like 3 seconds. So, okay. So, this was me. I was brought up in a very conservative, typical Asian upbringing. And for a really long time, I was, I've always been inspired by my father, who is probably one of the most hardworking people in the world that I know of. So for 13 years, my father, he was a durian farmer. He worked on the farm, and he did this for 13 years. Now, how many of you here love durians? If you love durians, type in number 1. If you can't smell the stand of durians, type in number 2. And if you don't know what a durian is, type in number 3. Okay, so so this is like the king of tropical fruits. If you're not in Asia, you might have not seen or heard of this thing before, but it's either you really hate it or you love it, right? I can see from the comments here, a lot of 1s and 2s, some number 3s. But basically what my dad would love to do is every single year, he would bring my brother and I to the same exact spot in the farm every single year, and he will make us hold up this signboard. And this signboard would represent how old the farm is. So I'm the younger brother. That is me holding up the signboard on the 6th year, the 7th year, the 8th year, the 9th year. And my father would be very, very proud to document this entire journey. He would be, very proud to show off how all the trees and all the fruits and all his kids are all growing up together. And you can see from the picture, first of all, I wasn't happy. I kind of hated it. And the reason for that is because for a really long time, I just didn't understand why. I didn't understand why is it that on weekends I have to be on the farm where it's hot and there's nothing to do, or else my friends get to be at home watching TV. And the picture that stood out for me when I was really looking through all these pictures is actually this picture over here. This picture is taken at the farm's shed where all the fertilizers and the insecticide and the wheelbarrows, they're all kept in this little room over here. And this picture means a lot to me is because I remember when I was in this very exact location, I was throwing a huge tantrum. I was being really difficult. And I was telling my mom, I just want to go back home. It's hot. There's nothing to do. Why is Papa doing this to me? And I remember this moment where my mom, she put both her hands on my shoulders. She looked at me straight in my eyes and she told me this. She said, Joon, which is what she calls me. She said, Joon, you may not understand this today, but one day when you grow up, you will understand that Papa does this today so that when you grow up, you don't have to go through what he's going through right now. And I'll always remember that moment because I always remember exactly how she said it, the look in her eyes, and that very moment. Because that very moment was instilled this one thing in me. And this one thing, I would like you to start off by writing down this one word. And I would like you to write it down, whether it's on a pen pad or on your iPad or on your phone, whatever it is. If you want to make the most out of today's training, out of today's workshop, you want to be taking notes. Because today I'm going to be sharing with you a lot of steps, tactics, my exact 5-step framework. We're going to go through all of that. Okay, but before we start off with the steps, I would like you to write down this word. Okay, I would like you to write down the word ambition. Okay, so take out, if you want to make the most out of this, cut out all of the other distractions, close the door. I don't know if you're at home or in Starbucks right now. I don't know if right now at home you've got like kids running around and it's really noisy. Cut out all of the distractions. Give me the next, 75 minutes to 90 minutes of your time if you really want to make the most out of this training. Okay, so start off by writing down this one word. Write down the word ambition. For the first time ever, I felt what it was like to have ambition, to be able to want more and do more and have more. And so I look at my mom, and my mom kind of smiled and she said, son, if you want to be successful in life, you gotta right now study hard in school, get good grades, and with good grades, you'll be able to get into a good university, and with a good university degree, get good results. Good grades, you'll be able to get a good job, and when you get a good job, save more money, spend less money, and that's how you become successful. So that was pretty much the advice I got from my mom pretty much my whole life. How many of you here have the same mother as me? Type in a chat and type in the word same. Type in the word same if you have the same mother as me while I have a sip of water. Okay. Same. Okay, perfect, right? So I tried to follow that advice for a really long time. And long story short, I got good grades in school, in high school, in A levels, in college. And finally, I was offered to study here in the UK. That was fully paid for by the government of Malaysia, full conditional scholarship at this university called Warwick University. Now, to cut an even longer story short, because of a lot of parties and alcohol and good times in university, I actually nearly failed university. I got a 42% average, and that was because my entire life I've done well, and I thought university was not going to be any different. At the same time, my housemates, they were all partying every single night, and let's just say they'll be smoking some really strong stuff, which we won't go into detail over here. But let's just say my whole house would be like a steam bath, and while they were all getting high and getting stoned, I'll be playing this game called World of Warcraft. How many of you here have heard of this computer game called World of Warcraft? Type in number 1. Type in number 1 if you've ever heard of this computer game called World of Warcraft. So that's how I spent my university life. I played this game for like over 1,000 hours while they're all getting high. And when I finally came back to Malaysia, that was when reality happened. Okay, that was when I received this letter from the government of Malaysia. Now, if you are not from Malaysia, which I'm seeing a lot of you aren't, this thing is actually in Malay, but basically this letter from the JPA, which was the department that paid for my scholarship, said that I didn't fulfill the condition of my scholarship and they needed me to pay back every single dollar that covered the 3 years of tuition and accommodation in the Warwick University, which was about 51,000 US dollars. Okay, so this was in my local currency, about 200,000 ringgit, which was money which I didn't have, which my parents didn't have, obviously. So to make things worse, nobody wanted to hire me, and I actually took a picture of my first ever pay slip, and you can see over here. Let me just kind of mark this. This was in 2005, December 2005. Just so that means just about 15 years ago. This was my life. And you know what the weird thing is? The weird thing is I was so conditioned to believe that if I didn't do well in school and get good grades, this is the price I had to pay. And I actually worked in this job that paid me. So this is 1,200 ringgit. Now, if you're not in Malaysia, this is approximately, I can see some of you are in Europe. So that's like 250 euros. This is about 300 US dollars. Okay. 3 times, yeah, about 300 US dollars. And by the way, in Malaysia, we get paid per month. Okay, so this was my monthly pay. So now, why am I showing you this? Well, it is because it was really because of this desperation. Okay, and I worked on this job, like I said, nearly 2 years. I realized that if I continued doing what I was doing, it would take me about 21 years just to pay back this debt for this scholarship. So this scholarship that was once like a dream for me, for most people, you know, to be able to be a scholar, has now become a nightmare. I was in this 21-year debt that I pay for, and I realized I had to do something different. If not, life will just continue being the same. And that was when I actually went online and I went on Google and I typed in the words "how to make money online." Now, how many of you here, you've tried doing that before? You've actually gone online, you went to some search engine or YouTube, and you've typed in the words "how to make money online." If you have ever done that, type in the word "how." I just want to know how many of you actually have tried that before. Type in the word "how." I want to see how many of you have actually tried doing that before. Okay, so lots of you guys. So when I did that about 15 years ago, I had about 2 billion search results, and they all told me different things. So 15 years ago, this was like when, you know, Facebook wasn't even around yet. It was like MySpace marketing. There was eBay, there was Google AdWords, and there was stocks and all these different ways to make money online and work from home. So what did I do? I did what most good entrepreneurs would do. I took out my credit card and I started buying all these different products and programs and ebooks and home study courses. Money which I didn't have, by the way. I thought, you know what, things can't get much worse. So let me just swipe my card because things can't get worse than where I am right now. And out of buying all these different products, there was one thing they all had in common. And that was, in order to make money online, I had to learn how to market and sell stuff online. So what did I do? I created my very first ever product. And this was basically a digital product. This was a 32-page Microsoft Word file teaching people how to get more gold in World of Warcraft. So remember this game? I played this game for over 1,000 hours while all my housemates were all getting high in university. And I didn't think it would sell very well, so I just put it up for just $7. And in 2007, that was when I started making these $7 sales, like pretty consistent every day. And I thought to myself, like, this is unbelievable, you know. And it got to a point when eventually the amount that I got from selling these digital products online was about 3 times more than my full-time job, which granted wasn't very hard to do because my full-time job didn't pay me a lot of money. But that was when I told my boss, thank you very much for hiring me when no one else would hire me, but I want to be able to do this full-time now. So what I did then was I took what I did in World of Warcraft and I started scaling this across all these other markets and niches, which is something I'm going to be showing you here today as well. I took what I did and I started scaling it across dating, gardening, other gaming products. Every single gaming or product that was on Facebook or on PC, I had a digital product on it. and I became the biggest vendor in the world of digital products in the gaming space. And that's something I will be showing you today as well. I took what I did and I scaled this 5-step process. It's the same 5-step process that I'm going to be showing you here today as well. And I built close to about 600 different websites across all these different markets. Okay, so again, it's 5 steps, the same 5 steps that I'm going to be showing you here today, and that's why you want to stay towards the end so that you can really see how you can deploy and implement these 5 steps. So I scaled it up. I did it in yoga, in gardening, in teeth whitening, in cake decorating. And I went to a lot of different weird markets. In 2009, there was this really popular game on Facebook called Farmville. I created this guide called Farmville Secrets, and Farmville Secrets did over 1.3 million US dollars in sales in under 7 months. Okay, how many of you here have heard of this game called Farmville back in 2009? Type in the word farm if you've ever heard of this game. Okay, let me, while I have a sip of water. Yeah, so this game was like, it took the Facebook gaming space by storm. And you know what the best part is? The best part is I didn't even play this game. I mean, I played the game for like 15 minutes to test how it works. But what I did was I hired somebody else who was an expert on this game. I paid this person about $350. This person who was the expert created this guide for me, and this guide went on to do over $1 million. And today, that's also something that I'll be showing you here today as well. How is it possible to market products even if you feel you might not be an expert, even if you feel you are nobody right now, even if you feel you're not a celebrity? How is it possible to market products even if you're not an expert in a specific field? Okay, how many of you here would like to discover how to make that happen? Type in me. If you would like to discover how you market products, even if you're not an expert, even if you don't have any prior experience, even if you're not a tech person, type in me if you'd like to discover how to make that happen. So that's what I did. Okay, me. Okay, perfect. So I've been doing this for a really long time. So since then, since 2010, I have been a top vendor on many of these different platforms, on Amazon for physical products, on ClickBank for digital products. And I've been doing this for about a decade now. Now, the reason why I wanted to share this is because I don't know about you, but these days when I go on Facebook, here's what I'm seeing on Facebook. I see a ton of these ads from like what I call overnight crisis gurus, people that I have never heard of since I got started. And suddenly during this time of lockdown, this time of quarantine, this time of the pandemic, suddenly there's a lot of these gurus saying, oh, you need to pivot online. And like, I've never heard of them, and suddenly they're an online expert. I'm here to show you that what you're about to discover today is not theory. It's not something that I think is going to work well. It's not something that I feel good about. It's literally something that I've been doing for over a decade. Okay, this is the same system that changed my life, that changed my family's life, students from all over the world. And today I'm going to be showing you that exact system. This is me speaking at one of the biggest internet marketing conferences in the US. This event is called Funnel Hacking Live. And at this event, one of the things that they do is they can actually track the amount of sales a person makes on their platform, which is ClickFunnels. And this was an award given to me for having done over $10 million in sales utilizing their platform. And I had to ship this plaque back to Malaysia, which is where I'm from. And the shipping fee was ridiculous. It was like $800 from Disney World, Colorado to Malaysia. And just about a couple of months ago, this was right before the lockdown in February, where they gave this award for having done over $25 million in sales utilizing their platform. Now, in the entire community, there's about 140,000 users. About 11 people has reached this milestone so far. And now I'm not showing you this to show you like, hey, look at how great Peng Joon is. Well, maybe a little bit, okay? But the reason why I'm showing you this is because it's been a pretty crazy journey. It's a 15-year journey with tons of mistakes, tons of struggles, tons of challenges, which is what people don't see. And hopefully my goal here today is to show you the mistakes that I made so that you don't have to make those mistakes regardless of where you're at. So 2005 on the left-hand side, that was me, like literally when I thought it was cool to shave my head and it was my hair growing up, a little bit. I don't know what's funnier, that bald head of mine or that oversized suit, which I spent all of my money on, or the backdrop that says danger men cooking. But that was me when I was earning about $350 a month, okay, 1,200 ringgit. And the reason why I'm showing you this journey is because, there's a lot of you that's on right now, and I might not know you personally. I don't know what this whole coronavirus has, how it has impacted you. I don't know if you are currently worse off or better off. I don't know if you are a business owner, if you currently are bleeding, 90% lower amount in sales, or you're bleeding cash each month. I don't know if you had to fire half of your employees. I don't know if you are an employee currently going through a 40% pay cut. I don't know if this is the best of times or the worst of times for you, okay? But what I'm here to share with you is this, okay? Before we begin with the steps, and it's this. Please write this next sentence down, okay? All of you. I'd like you to take out your pen, paper again, and write down this next sentence. Please write down, never allow my current circumstances dictate what is possible for me. Okay, please write that down. Okay, I want to begin with this because I believe that this slice is going to be much bigger for some of you. Let me say it again. Never dictate my current circumstances or what's possible for me based on where you're currently at. Okay, so what does this mean? It means just, what if most people, they look at what's possible for them, their ambition. They have this big dream, this big goal, this big ambition. And then, in fact, let's begin with this. How many of you here have a big goal, a big dream, or a big ambition? If that is you, type in big goal. If there are big things in life that you want to do, if you have a big goal, big dream, ambition, type in the word big in the chat, okay? Now, how many of you here, you once had this big goal, this big dream, and this ambition, and usually when you have something big in life, what normally happens? That big dream, that big ambition comes from your heart, right? And then usually what happens? Your mind will rationalize, and your mind will come in and say, well, that's nice, but let me ask you this. Do you have the capital to do it? And then your heart goes, no. And then your mind goes, okay, well, let me ask you, do you have the right connections? Do you know the right people in the industry? And then your heart goes, no. And then your mind goes, okay, well, let me ask you this. Do you have the right experience, the prior experience, the know-how, the knowledge in order to make this happen? And then your heart goes, no. And then your mind goes, okay, interesting. Well, let me ask you this. Do you know people who will vouch for you saying, I've worked with this person is good, hire this person, work with this person? And then your heart goes, no. And then your mind says, so do you really think you can do this? And then your heart goes, no. Right? How many of you here, you once had this big goal, this big dream, and this ambition, and you yourself alone was the person who talked yourself out of this? Type in me if that's ever happened for you. I know my hand is raised. I've talked myself out of big things before. And what I'm here to show you is hopefully to reignite this ambition or this dream. Because I might not know you personally, but I know that, for one, because you're here, there's probably something that you want to be able to accomplish. And for that 5%, when Success Resources asked me to speak here, I'm very grateful that they've brought me all over the world, and when they invited me to speak on this webinar, I decided to do this webinar not just to teach you some steps, which we're gonna go talk about, but hopefully to disrupt, hopefully to disrupt some of you that might have been living your life on autopilot. Look, if 15 years ago, if I went to see a fortune teller, and this fortune teller is gazing at her crystal ball, utilizing the tarot cards or the four-leaf clover or the voodoo doll or the goat's testicles. I don't know what it is that they use to predict somebody's future, but let's say it was utilizing all of those things. And this person saying, Peng Joon, 15 years from now, I see you have made tens of millions of dollars online and you would travel the world and speak in all these countries. I would have never imagined that was possible, right? Why? Because based on my current circumstances back then of earning 1,200 ringgit, doing what it is that I'm doing today makes absolutely no sense, right? So my point is, what if what was possible for you has nothing to do with your current circumstances? I don't know if you're better off or worse off than where I was in 2005. But what I do know is that what is possible for you is purely based on your thoughts, your actions, and your decisions that you make every single day. How many of you would agree? Right? And what if your thoughts, decisions, and actions has nothing to do with what's happening around you? There's nothing to do with Donald Trump. It has nothing to do with your boss, your colleagues, your friends. Your thoughts, decisions, and actions are on you. And even though you might not be in control of what's happening around the world, you are in control of how you react to it. And what if every single day we got a brand new shot at life? And today is one of those days. How many of you here are ready to discover how to make things happen? If you are ready, type in all caps, okay, type in the word ready, okay? How many of you are ready to discover how to make this happen? Okay, ready, 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 ready. Okay, perfect. Okay, so today I run this company called Smobble. We are based in Malaysia. My entire team is still working from home. I do not want them to go into the office yet. So everybody's been working from home for the last, 3-4 months. There's about 24 of us. And I'm here to show you today that what you're about to discover is not theory. It is literally the thing that has transformed my life. And fast forward today, I've actually had the privilege to travel all over the world, speaking in the small stages, the big stages, working with success resources. I'm very blessed to be able to have them support me in that journey. In fact, they are the ones that has taken me to more than 20 countries all over the world. And I'm here to show you that it's been figured out. It's been figured out not just by me, but my students all over the world, in Australia, in Brazil, in Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Germany, South Africa, Europe, Japan, US, showing people not just the 5-step process that you're about to discover, but really today I'm going to be showing you how you take what you know, your knowledge, your life experience, and transform that into a product, into a business online. Even if you're new, even if you're an absolute beginner, even if you felt this was something you've never been exposed to your entire life. Okay, so in order to show you and begin how this process works, again, it's 5 steps. Okay, I'm going to walk you through a 5-step process. We first need to understand the big picture first. And to understand the big picture, we need to understand who won and who lost, especially during this time of crisis and this time of pandemic, because it truly can be the best of times or the worst of times. So let's begin, okay? Now, to understand what the 5 steps is, we first need to understand who are the winners and who are the biggest losers. Okay, this is JCPenney. JCPenney is one of the biggest offline retailers in the US. And very recently, JCPenney filed for bankruptcy. And this company was 118 years old. Okay, and this pandemic was the final blow to this company that is older than all of us here on this webinar. Okay, now think about that for a second. I want you to start being able to think, like, why do you think being around for over 100 years, they filed for bankruptcy? Okay, we need to understand who won and who lost. Next one, Gold's Gym. Gold's Gym is like the grandfather of all gyms. This is like Arnold's Gym, okay? One of the longest gyms that's ever been around. And Gold Gym filed for bankruptcy in May, like right at the start of the whole coronavirus. Now, why is that? They've been around for one of the biggest franchises. Well, don't you think that they should be able to withstand this? Well, this is GNC. GNC in June 29th, they declared bankruptcy and they closed 800 stores. And they are they are the biggest supplement franchise in the world. So question, the biggest supplement franchise in the world, why did they declare bankruptcy? Now, based on all these different examples that I'm utilizing right now, what do you think is the reason? I want you to start thinking before I give you the answer. Let me know in the chat. Okay, let me take a look at the chat for a second. So why do you think they are declaring bankruptcy? Okay, let me know in the chat right now while I'll take a look at the chat again. Okay, what do you think is the core reason for these companies that's been around for over 100 years? One of the biggest franchises in the world. Okay, Glenn says don't have an online system of selling. Okay, what else? Okay, why do you think these companies are declaring bankrupt right now? Okay, they never pivoted. They don't have an online process, no customers, low sales, high overheads. Okay, all great answers, but what if I told you, I can see a lot of you saying, well, they didn't go online. What if I told you that isn't necessarily true? And a lot of times people say, oh, they're going bankrupt because they didn't go online. And people, can't go offline. Well, let me ask you this next question. Is Airbnb online? If you wanted to book for accommodation, where do you go to? You go to airbnb.com and you'll book and, a booking for wherever you want to stay. So if anything at all, Airbnb is online, right? And Airbnb CEO says it took us 12 years to build this entire ecosystem. And they lost almost everything in 6 weeks. And right now they are on the verge of bankruptcy. 12 years to build, only to lose everything in about 6 weeks. So question, isn't Airbnb online? What is the thing about Airbnb that makes them nearly bankrupt? Next question is Zara online? Okay, right now Zara has announced that they're about to close 1,200 fashion stores around the world. Now Zara, the owner, he's like the third richest person in Spain. Okay, so question, at that level, don't you think they probably know what it is that they're doing? Don't you think they have got the best advisors and consultants in the world? Why do you think they are closing 1,200 fashion stores around the world? Let me know in the chat. One of the biggest retailers, online and offline, why do you think they're closing down 1,200 stores around the world? What does that tell you? What do you think they're going to focus on? Okay, now notice one thing that you are seeing. Now I could keep going on and on. These are just some companies, right? This is just some companies out of hundreds of companies that's going bankrupt. So let me ask you this. Do you think this is the worst of times or the best of times? Let me know in the chat. Do you think this could be the best of times or the worst of times? What do you think? So what is Zara doing? Notice what Zara doing is they want to eliminate all of their offline stuff and they only want to focus online. And the only thing that they want to do is go online. So who are the winners? If these are the losers, who are the winners? Well, Amazon, Alibaba. Do you know what? They're recording and reporting record-breaking numbers at the start, especially at the start of this entire crisis. And they said that every day their sales is like Cyber Monday, Black Friday, Chinese New Year type of numbers every single day during the lockdown. So why is it that for them it's the best of times? Well, for some companies that's been around for over 100 years, it's the worst of times. What do you think? So I'm here to show you that it could be the best of times or the worst of times if you have these two things in place. Okay, now what are these two things? So let me show you a case study. Okay, so best of times versus worst of times basically means this. Now I'm going to go into my Stripe account, and I want to show you proof of something. Okay, so right now I'm going to show you like right at the midst of this whole lockdown. Now the lockdown, when people said it was the worst of times, was from April to May. Okay, this 3 weeks window when the lockdown happened around the world. Okay, almost all countries around the world was on lockdown, and every business was saying this is like a nightmare and it's the worst of times. And you will see that during these 3 weeks for this payment processor, we still recorded and did over $1 million in sales in these 3 weeks. Now, why is that? I can tell you that a part of my business was doing live events, and live events is going to be pretty much dead for a while, at least the next 1 year. Why? Because even when the lockdown ends, people's fear will not go away. So by saying that it could be the best of times or the worst of times really depends on these two factors. Now, what are these two factors? Let me explain. These two factors is pretty much this. Please write it down. Okay. Number one, you need to have an online, please write down an online sales process. Okay, this is the first piece, an online sales process. Now, what is an online sales process? A system to help you sell online. Okay, so notice that businesses that didn't have an online sales process was the first to declare bankrupt. J.C. Penney, that focused purely on offline retail, been around for over 100 years, first to declare bankrupt because they didn't have an online sales process. Now, what if having an online sales process was not enough? My live events business, it was an online sales process, sometimes offline, but because the delivery mechanism was offline, it would be pretty much heavily affected. So the second thing that you need to have, please write down, is an online delivery mechanism. Now, why is it that Airbnb is on the verge of bankruptcy? It is because they have an online sales process with an offline delivery mechanism. Why is it that Zara, who has been very, very successful right until now, why are they closing down 1,200 stores? It is because they have an online sales process, but they focused as well as on offline delivery mechanism. And now they're saying, you know what? Screw this. We don't want people to walk into our stores anymore because we don't see a potential or any future in retail. We're going to eliminate all of that and just purely focus on an online delivery mechanism. Okay. How are you guys getting this? Are you guys starting to see why the future and the businesses that will not just survive but thrive are businesses that have an online sales process with an online delivery mechanism? And you can't just have one. You must have two in order to really crush it. So what does this mean? It means that if you are a business owner, today I'm going to be showing you how do you build a 5-step process with these two things. It means that if right now you don't have a business right now and you're thinking about starting one, okay, I'm going to be showing you how do you build it from scratch. How do you learn a high income skill set that will protect you so that even if you decide to continue being a 9-to-5, you understand what are the skill sets that businesses are looking for that will pay you really, really well in order to have that skill set. Okay, so let me just do a quick survey. If right now you are a business owner, type in number 1. If right now you don't have a business but you like to get started with your own business one day, type in number 2. Okay, let me just do a quick survey. Number 1, if you're a business owner. Number 2, if you don't have a business right now but you like to get started, type in number 2. Okay, nice. Okay, so regardless of what you're at, where you're at, okay, I want to share with you what the 5 steps are. Okay, now the 5-step process that I personally use, that I've taught students from all over the world, where they've paid me a lot of money for, okay, $4,000, to attend my trainings, is basically 5 steps. And these 5 steps are the same 5 steps that didn't just change my life, but my family's life, students from all over the world. Would it be okay with you if I reveal to you what these 5 steps are, so that one of these 2 things, okay? So that number 1, you can either go choose to do it yourself, or number 2, if you choose to, you can work together with me and my team in order to have you help you implement these 5 steps and shortcut your learning curve. But either way, these are the 5 steps. If it's cool for me to reveal to you how these 5 steps work, so you can decide for yourself if it's a good fit for you, type in the chat, type in the word cool, if it's cool for me to reveal to you how this 5-step system works. Okay, let me know in the chat if this is cool with you. Okay, cool. Okay, very nice. Okay, so let's begin with how this game changer system works. Again, it's in the form of 5 steps, and I always like to begin with the end in mind. So number 1, the first thing that's going to happen when you come to the Game Changer Intensive, please write down number 1 is identify profitable market. Okay. The first thing that we're going to be doing together, the first thing that you need to do is to be able to identify profitable markets. So what does this mean? Like I said, it could be the best of times, it could be the worst of times. So how do we actually do that? In order to establish what a big idea is and what a profitable market is, I always like to show you case studies of people who have done it well. Okay, so I always like beginning with the end in mind. This is Jordan Yo, where he actually learned and implemented these 5 steps 5 years ago. So Jordan met me 5 years ago, and he was a fitness trainer, and today he's one of the most followed people in my country, which is Malaysia. And what he does is he talks about fitness, abs, workouts, nutrition, and what happened for him. So let me just quickly share with you what he did so that you can see what are the steps that you need to do as well.
Jordan here. Some of you may know me from Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Well, as a direct learning results from Peng, I actually created my own online training program, the Iron Mastery. I applied this formula and the results was overwhelming. Seriously overwhelming. Right, so guys, if you want to master internet marketing skills, you should learn from the master himself, Peng Joon. Okay, take it from me, he will definitely change your life.
So the first thing that happened for Jordan is he identified his market. His market was fitness, and his whole life he's been told that monetizing is by being a fitness trainer and a coach, which is what he did for many years, until he implemented these 5 steps. And what did he do? He created this product called the Iron Mastery. And fast forward till today. Today, this is still the only product that he sells online. And this one product changed his life. It has done millions of dollars online. And today, he doesn't need to do personal training anymore, unless he chooses to. And he's truly living life on his terms. In fact, before the lockdown, he was spending slightly over a week in Japan just snowboarding. And he's just doing what it is that he loves. So what happened for him? And what did he do? Well, August 2016 was the first time he attended the training. And this was at the hotel itself. He said, Peng Joon, if you train with me, whenever you are in Malaysia, I promise you I will get you results. And this was the first time I ever did a workout with him. And on this day, he actually killed me. I could barely walk the next day. My legs felt like jelly. I hated it, but I kind of loved it as well. And I agreed that whenever I'm in Malaysia, I would train with him. So every 2 months, I would take a picture of my progress picture training with him, September 2016. Not much difference. 4 months in, December 2016. And my 6-month mark. Okay, this is like post-workout pumps, good angling, good lighting, Instagram filters, all of the stars were aligned. Now, here's the thing. I know that these pictures, they look a little gay as well. But the reason why I'm sharing with you this journey is this. If you want to accelerate and get faster results in life, how many of you here would like to accelerate and get faster results in life? Type in the word accelerate. Okay. type in the word accelerate if you want. So whether it's fitness or whether it's marketing or whether it's Facebook, whether it's money, finance, whatever it is, if you want to accelerate in any area in your life, please write down these two things. Okay, number one, please write down the word system. The first thing you need is you need to have a system. Whenever I'm training with Jordan, what is the system? I knew that Monday we'll be working on chest. I knew exactly I'll start off with incline bench press. I knew how many sets, how many reps to do. I know that Tuesday we're working on back. Wednesday we're on legs. Don't skip legs day, bro, right? I knew exactly what to do because I had a system. That's number one. Do you have a system? Number two, please write down the word coach. I had a coach. Every single time when I'm training with Jordan, whenever I feel that I'm done and I want to put the weights down, when I'm doing a bench press and I'm struggling, he'll look at me and it's like, okay, bro, come on, last one. And then now I'm really struggling and I'm shaking and I'm like, oh, I can't. I'm shaking. He'll look at me and it's like, he'll get intense. Like, okay, come on, bro, one last one, right? Let's get serious. And now I'm really, really shaking and I really can't. And I was always just one more rep away. It was always just one more rep. And what makes Jordan an amazing trainer for me is because he would make me do the moves that I otherwise would not have been able to do myself. You see, if you could have done it on your own, you would have done it on your own. And these are the two things that is necessary if you want to accelerate and get faster results. So what if the game changer system is really these two things? It's a 5-step process with me coaching you through the steps. Okay, so let's talk about once we're done with number one. So number one, what is it? Please write down identify profitable market. This is when I'm going to take you through my process of how I went into all these different products and sites and ideas to show you what's trending. Please write that down. What's trending? What's hot? What's proven to have a hungry buyer's market? That's the first thing you gotta do. By identifying which markets do you want to serve that has got a hungry buyer's market where you will get paid for actually helping them and delivering value to these people. So that's step number one, your ability to do that. Okay, so if you have a business, this is where step number one, I'm going to be showing you how do you find that big idea online. And if you don't have a business, I will show you how do you get started with your very own business, regardless of what market you want to go into. Okay, once we're done with number two, when you come to the Game Changer Intensive, number two, please write down build sales process. Okay, guys, if you want to make the most out of this, I can't see you right now, so I don't know if you're doing this or not, but if you want to make the most out of this, like I said, take notes. If not, you're going to forget the steps. Okay, so like I said, regardless of whether you decide to do this together with me or whether you want to do it on your own, these are the 5 steps. So write down what these 5 steps are. Okay, step number 2, please write down build sales process. Now, in the online world, you need to have a sales process. This is where I'm going to be showing you how do you build a sales process online, regardless of what it is that you want to sell. So whether you want to sell physical products, digital products, coaching, membership sites, you need to have a sales process. This is where I'm going to be showing you how do you build up these pages so that from the time they don't know who you are to the time they actually buy, what actually happens in between. Now, a sales process is not a website. A traditional website is where you have the homepage, who we are, about us, contact us. Now, that model is dead. That's not what a sales process is. A sales process is a strategic set of pages that you bring people through so that by the end of this step, you'll be able to process payments from anyone, anywhere in the world, as long as they've got a Visa, MasterCard, or American Express. Okay, let me give you a few different examples. Okay, so there's a lot of different sales processes out there, and my entire life's work is really in studying sales processes, or sometimes known as sales funnels. Okay, so let me explain. So for example, I sell a lot of physical products online, like books, utilizing this sales process called free plus shipping. Now, I didn't come up with free plus shipping. I didn't originate or term this terminology or coin this term. What did I do? I took a look at people who did free plus shipping really, really well and very successfully did it. So what did I do? I took the same sales process and I implemented it for my physical products. Okay, same thing. A sales process could be an online challenge. Now, I didn't start creating online challenges. There was a lot of people that did online challenges in different markets, different niches, weight loss. So what did I do? I modeled and I studied how people did challenges online, their entire sales process. What did I do? I would go to their site, I would take out my credit card, I would buy all of the upsells, and I would model what it is that they're doing. Now, when I say model, some people hear as copy. Modeling is not copying. Modeling is utilizing what other people are doing very, very successfully. And I'm looking at, please write down these words. I'm looking at their price points. I'm looking at their upsells. Write down these words. This is what you should be doing as well. You're modeling their languaging. You're modeling, taking a look at what is their offer, what is their back end, their color scheme, their layout. So that even if they're a totally different market, you will be able to get an idea of what the sales process looks like. So for example, e-commerce. Now this layout, I didn't come up with this layout. I knew that this product was doing millions in dollars in sales. So what would I do? Again, I would go to their site, I would buy their product, buy their upsells, really look at, again, their pricing, their offer, their languaging. So that I'm asking myself, how can I apply this in the market that I'm in? This is my friend Kaylin Toole, who runs ladyboss.com. They do about $40 million a year helping women lose weight while loving themselves again. And I know that their membership site is crushing it. So what did I do? Even though I'm not a target market, I went to my friend's website. I bought all of her upsells, her products, her supplements. Why? Because I want to be able to see how is she selling her membership site. So what am I trying to show you here is that whatever market you want to go into, okay, so for example, I do webinars. This is a webinar funnel, right? Now, there are a lot of different sales process out there. This could be an application funnel, a webinar funnel, a membership site funnel. Whatever it is you want to sell, physical products, digital products, network marketing, services, there's a proven sales process for that. And the best way to get good at this is through modeling. Again, modeling is not copying. And my entire life's work is creating and compiling over 100 plus different funnels across different markets, different niches. Why? Because the sales process that's proven is out there. There's a proven sales process for free plus shipping. There's a proven sales process to sell membership sites. There's a proven sales process for affiliate marketing. There's a proven sales process for webinars. Okay, that's how I became good at this step. Now, to show you a few different examples, you're probably some of you are thinking, so what sales process should I build? Okay, this next person, his name is Jason. And Jason met me about 2 years ago when he came to my live event, the Game Changer Intensive. And at that time, he was in the insurance market. He was an insurance agent and he was a little bit skeptical. He had a lot of questions and he asked me, so Peng Joon, how can I apply this in the insurance market? So this is him 2 years later. What did he do? He built up a really simple sales process. And this sales process is on getting more leads and more referrals online. So super simple, nothing fancy. It was basically step number one is register for this online webinar, this training. On this webinar, he presents it in Chinese, so not even in English. He gets people register. And as you can see, this is this recent one in July. And then after that, he delivers this webinar. That's it. So he took his sales process online with an online delivery mechanism. Are you guys starting to see this? Okay. Online sales process, online delivery mechanism. So what happened? Well, just recently, he sent me this. This is in the month of April. Okay, you can see that in one day, he did 101,000 ringgit. And in the month of April, this is like during the midst of lockdown. When everybody is stuck at home watching Netflix, you know what he did? He did 4 webinars. Webinar 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see the spike in sales. Now, 300,000 ringgit is approximately 80,000 US dollars. So I know that you guys are from all over the world, so you convert it in your local currency, but it's about $80,000 in 1 month. What did he say? He said, did a 2-hour webinar today, closed 101,000 ringgit, did 4 webinars this month, and closed close to about 336,000 ringgit. I'm happy I make an impact and change people's lives. Thank you, Peng Joon, for everything. You literally changed my life. So what am I trying to get you to see here? It's, again, it could be the best of times or it could be worst of times. Okay, you can see this even says here, Max's stay at home. During a time when all of the people in the insurance industry is complaining, saying, oh, I can't go out because people won't meet up with me and poor me, right? What did he do? He pivoted and he went online because he was equipped with this skill set. If you are equipped with this skill set, it will be the best of times. If you're not equipped with this skill set, it will be the worst of times. So it's been a journey. It's been 2 years since he met me. And because of this, for Jason, it was the best of times.
Yes, Peng Joon, I just want to shoot this quick video for you. We just did a 2-hour live webinar. Apply 100% of your game changer, 100% of your proven presentation. Yes, we closed 76,000 in sales in just 2-hour live webinar. That's crazy. I spent only about 4,000. That's about 20x return, right? Last week, our webinar, we did 30,000. This week, webinar, 76,000. So in just 2 weeks, we closed more than 100,000 in sales. That's crazy, right? Apply 100% of your game changer, your program presentation, your platform coding, change everything, right? So thank you, Peng Joon. You changed my life, right? Guys, if you know my story, I'm not an internet background. I'm an IT nerd, right? I got no experience in online marketing. I got no knowledge about internet marketing until I met Peng Joon, right? My first webinar, boom, technical issue. My second webinar, there's no people show up on my webinar, but I still present until the end, right? So if I can do it, you can do it too, right? Without any programming, designing, and coding. So yes, Peng Joon, thanks a lot. You changed my life. For you guys, if you want to learn internet marketing, Peng Joon is a must go person. Trust me, he will change your life. All the best. See you.
So why did this training and these steps change Jason's life? It is because he built an online sales process. And because he had an online sales process with an online delivery mechanism in the world of insurance, he's still able to adapt and pivot and do what he's doing best while the rest of the world is just waiting and hoping that this thing ends, right? So in fact, Jason doesn't want this to end. Why? Because he's going through the best of times. Okay, if you are equipped with this skill set, it will be the best of times. If not, it will be the worst of times. Which brings us to step number 3. Okay, are you guys getting to see why this is so powerful? Okay, if you guys are getting this, type in yes. If you guys are starting to see why this thing could be the biggest opportunity right now, type in yes. Okay, so what is step number 1? Ability to identify a profitable market. Step number 2 is build a sales process. What is number 3? When you come to Game Changer Intensive, well, the virtual event, I'm actually bringing this virtually. I'll show you how this works because, again, everything in my business is pivoting. Number 3, please write down product promotion. Okay, please write down product promotion. So if you want to monetize, remember I talked about an online delivery mechanism. You want to monetize by having a product. Notice my choice of words, not service. Now, what is the difference between a product and a service? So let me share with you your different options, okay? For your first option that I'm going to be showing you, please write down, sell my own product. Please write down, sell my own product. So this is where I'll show you how do you create your own product, sell your own product, and keep 100% of your profits, just like what Jordan Yo did. He created his own product, Iron Mastery. He's now selling it, and that one product changed his life. This is where I'm going to be giving you the templates to how I created my best-selling products so that you can create your own product and keep 100% of it all. Your second option, please write down affiliate marketing. Okay, please write down affiliate marketing. Now, what is affiliate marketing? Like I mentioned earlier, this is the process of selling somebody else's product and getting paid commissions in return. Now notice my choice of words. I'm utilizing the word product, not service. What is the main difference between a product and a service? What do you think it is? A service is something that takes up your time. Some of you might have heard of this saying before, time is money. How many of you have heard of the word time is money? Time is money, friend, right? Time is not money. Time is money is a myth that is spread by people who sell their time for money. And that's why to them, time is money. But here's the problem. The one thing that we all have in common is we only have 24 hours a day. And as long as you're selling your time for money, there'll always be a maximum to how much you can earn. However, when you sell a product doesn't take up your time. Somebody could order a product from me, and I don't have to open up my email and take a look at my email saying, hey, and send an email or forward it to my team or send them a voice note saying, hey guys, we just got this sale from Jay Wright. His phone number is +141368. His shipping address is number 56 Thorn Lane. I don't have to do that, right? Why? Because it's a product. And in this case here, if you are selling a product from Amazon, that's digital product on ClickBank or a software or service, they will take care of the delivery. They take care of the delivery mechanism. Okay. Or else, if you sell a service, which means you're selling your time, during the good times, what do you think is going to happen? During the good times, you're going to realize that you hate your life because you don't have a life. Okay. So this is the step where I will show you how do you earn multiple streams of income, because I don't believe in a single stream of income and I don't believe in selling my time for money. But when you sell a product, there's now no cap in the amount you can earn. Okay, how many of you here would like to have multiple streams of income? Type in the word multiple if you like to have multiple streams of income. Okay, multiple. Okay, good. So let me show you a few different examples so they can start seeing how you can apply this. Okay, so for me, I promote a lot of products online. I sell physical products, digital products, softwares. This is an example of a software that I promote that I didn't create. In fact, let me just exit this slideshow for a second and just show you in real time logging into the system. Okay, where is it? Okay, it's over here. Okay, now over here, let's see. Take a look at this. This is on the top left-hand side, it says MRR. Okay, now what is MRR? MRR stands for monthly recurring revenue. Okay, now MRR just means this. Okay, it means that this is a software where this company would pay me every single month as long as this person continues being a member. And right now, this company is paying me $62,000 every single month. Why? Because as long as this person continues being a member, this company will continue paying me. So next month, whether I continue working or not, this company is still going to pay me about $60,000. Whether next month I decide to work 8 hours a day, or whether next month I decide to binge watch, I don't know, Netflix every single day, this company will still pay me. Okay, why? And understand something. I didn't code this software. I didn't create this software. And what if the world's biggest top softwares out there? So whether it's email marketing, whether it is on creating sales processes, whether it is, you know what? They all have an affiliate program. Now I'm going to be showing you many different examples and how I became one of the top affiliates for many of these different products, programs, as well as softwares. Okay, so I want to start giving you different ideas. Okay, so how can you start applying this? This is literally how I made millions selling other people's products. Okay, so here are your options. Okay, here's what I'm going to be walking you through. I'm going to be walking you through, please write down Amazon Associates. So Amazon is obviously, you probably know this, is the world's largest e-commerce site. Okay, now what if you could sell literally any product that's on Amazon, where Amazon would pay you a commission whenever you make a sale? Whether it is for the fashion, jewelry, whether you want to sell iPads, whether you want to sell cameras and lenses, you know what? Amazon will pay you a commission, so usually about 3% to 10% based on the whole checkout amount. And they will take care of the shipping, the fulfillment, the customer support, all of it. The only thing you need to do is to refer people that buys the product. Now you could be saying, but Peng Joon, what if I I want to make money off my hobby, which is traveling. Okay, so imagine if you wanted to, for example, this is Agoda. Okay, you can see here that Agoda made this payout for referring somebody that stayed in Shangri-La, Bangkok, and they paid out $1,700. Now, what if you could promote Agoda, Booking.com, TripAdvisor, sites that you could even be using right now, and rather than paying money, you could actually make money instead? How many of you would like to make that happen, right? Most of you are already spending money on these sites, but have you ever thought about partnering up with them? Most people don't even know that it exists, okay? Now, you could be a Forex trader. Now, these are some trading platforms, okay, where these trading platforms will actually pay you a commission, sometimes known as a CPA, for referring people that opens up a trading account. And they will even, some of them might even do a rev share with you. So that means that every time a person makes a trade and they make a little bit of commission off the trade, they will actually pay you a commission by doing that. So are you guys starting to see different ideas on how you can apply this regardless of what market you're in? Are you guys getting this? That this can be applied for physical products, for digital products, or software, for services, for platforms that you could even be using right now. How many of you have used Amazon for shopping before? How many of you have used TripAdvisor or Booking.com, right? They all have this thing called an affiliate program. And what if you could stop being just a consumer, which is what 99% of people are doing, but be that 1% that makes money off that platform, okay? If you guys would like to be a part of that 1%, type in 1%, okay? Type in 1% if you like to be a part of that 1%. Perfect, okay? So that's your second option, which is affiliate marketing. Now, this could be you if you are in network marketing. That could be your product. Your product could be, you could be an insurance agent, just like what Jason was doing 2 years ago. You could be in real estate looking to sell more houses. That could be your product, okay? But whether you are an insurance agent or a network marketer looking to expand your team, looking to expand your company, that could be your product. This could be if you currently have an offline store in brick and mortar and retail, and we know these are the people that's being hit the hardest. I will show you how do you bring your store online. Okay, so this is Steve Larson, who was in the network marketing offer, and he wanted to use that as the product. And here's what happened for him.
Dude, Peng, Joon, you are a freaking animal. I thought you were crazy with this whole content strategy thing, and went for it, and it works, and I'm using it in my MLM. And I get like, dude, 2 people per day are asking to join my downline. People I've never met before. And these guys are running around, and they're like, I'm so excited I'm pacing. These guys are running around, and they're using the exact same strategy, and we're just pulling people in, attracting people to us, and I don't even need to talk to them. It's really cool. I'm in MLM and still have friends and family. How weird is that?
Steve Larson is in network marketing and he still has his friends and family. How weird is that? Now, in fact, how many of you here, you've experienced this before, where there was this friend whom you've never met or haven't talked to in like 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and then all of a sudden you get like this text or this Facebook DM or Instagram message, and this one says like, "Hey man, how are you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. You know, let's meet up for coffee sometime." And you're a little bit suspicious, but you thought, you know what, you used to be close to this person, so let's meet up. Okay, no big deal. And then you met up with this person or this friend, and somehow your friend, during this coffee session, turns it into like this presentation with a bunch of drawing a bunch of circles on your iPad or on a piece of paper. How many of you here know what I'm talking about or experienced that before? Type in me. Okay, if you've experienced that. All right. Look, so Steve Larson, who's an MLM, still have his friends and family. Why? Because he doesn't approach friends and family. Okay. What did he do? He had a product, but he built a sales process around it. What did he do? Super simple sales process. This sales process is step number 1. He says, I'm looking to build a downline of real marketers. Okay. If you want to know how it works, click on this orange button. Step number 2, write down, fill up this application form to see if you're a good fit. He doesn't explain or reveal what network marketing company he's in yet. Step number 3, he reveals what MLM he's in. He has this video here that explains the compensation plan, the payout, the opportunity, the product, the offer, the things he would say if he were to have that one-on-one conversation. But now it's all online, it's all automated. There's a process for it, just 3 super simple pages. And if they want to be able to do it, they click on this green button and they make the payment, because now they know what the product is, what the opportunity is, what the offer is, what the compensation plan is, and they automatically sign up under his downline. And this super simple sales process is getting him 2 downlines every single day. And that's what his downlines are doing now. And that's what his downlines are doing right now. And that is what enabled him to become a leader in his network marketing offer business. Okay. So understand something. This is not about network marketing. And I'm here to show you, like this, it doesn't matter whether you're in network marketing, whether you're in insurance, whether you're in real estate, whether you're a coach, whether you are a seminar, you want to sell other people's products, whether you're an affiliate marketer, there's a proven sales process for it. Okay. Are you guys getting this? Okay, doesn't matter what market, you need to have these 3 things that we've covered so far. So what are the 3 things we've covered so far? Okay, identify profitable market, build sales process, promote product. Okay, but Peng Joon, I don't have a product. I know that some of you are saying that right now, right? What if I'm new? What if nobody knows me? What if I'm not an expert? What if I'm not known? What if I don't have anything to promote? What if I'm a newbie, right? Okay, so let me share with you this case study. Okay, so this Russell Brunson, he launched this book 5 years ago, .com Secrets. If you're in the online marketing world, you probably know this book took the world by storm. So Russell Brunson owns this company called ClickFunnels. They do over $100 million a year in sales. He's got a lot of money. That's the point I'm trying to make. So what did he do? He wanted to make this book a #1 New York Times best-selling book. So you know what he did? Russell held a contest, and he said, yes, I am giving away my Ferrari F430 Spider to whomever that can sell most copies of my book. And you know what happened? Well, what happened was the internet went crazy. And everybody wanted to win this Ferrari, including me. So what did I do? I promoted this book. And guess what happened? Do you think I won this Ferrari? Let me know in the chat. Do you think I won? What do you think? Type in yes or no. Okay, so... well, for those of you who said yes, thank you for your vote of confidence, but I did not win this. The person that won it, his name is Jeff Walker, legend online, and he was the person who won this Ferrari. Now, 3 years ago, later, Russell Brunson launched this next book, and it was called Expert Secrets. And he said, same thing here, I am now going to give out this same contest 1 month long, okay, to whomever can sell most copies of my book. So I promoted this book for 1 month. Now, guess what happened? Do you think I won this contest? Now, I know some of you here already follow me, so you know what happened, but I did win this contest. Now, in the top 10, I just want to share with you who's in the top 10, okay? It was one of the craziest launches of 2017. Okay, number 2 was John Lee Dumas, who is the #1 podcaster in the business category in iTunes. Number 4 needs no introduction, Tony Robbins, that many people regard as the #1 personal development trainer in the world. Number 6 is Grant Cardone. By the way, guys, if you don't know these names, let's just say these are very big names in the US. Number 7 is the guy that won the Ferrari, Jeff Walker. Number 9 is the guy with the Here in My Garage video, Ty Lopez. And at the end of this contest, do you know what was the one question in a lot of people's minds? No, it's not how, it's who. Okay, who is Peng Joon and what did he do to win this contest? Because let's face it, okay, there's a lot of these names in here. They have a much bigger following, much bigger list than me. So what did I do? How many of you would like to find out what I did? Okay, that's step number 4. Okay, so this was the prize giving ceremony. I was the dream car winner, and ClickFunnels and Russell Brunson bought and paid for this brand new Porsche, and that's me driving out from the showroom for the very first time. And I want you to kind of see like the crazy world that we're living in right now. Okay, just notice what happened. Okay, I just won a brand new car promoting a book that I did not even write. Do you know how crazy that is? I mean, if you tell this to most people would say, come on, man, that's not even possible. That doesn't even make sense, right? Most people will never understand this. But that's literally the crazy world that we're living in right now, okay? And you have 2 options. Your first option is to be the 99.9% that is watching in as a spectator and seeing it happen, or you could be part of the craziness by being that 0.1%, right? How many of you here would like to be part of that craziness that's happening in the world right now? Type in the word crazy if you want to be a part of that craziness. Type in the word crazy if you want to be a part of that craziness, okay? A lot of crazy people here right now. Okay, crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, good. And this is what Russell Brunson said at the end of it all.
I want to make a quick video today to tell you about my friend Peng Joon. Now, Peng, when we launched my book, Expert Secrets, a little while ago, he came out of nowhere and crushed all the other affiliates. It still blows my mind he was able to sell as many books as he did. Sold a ton of books. We had him come speak up on Hiking Live, talking about his content machine, how he does what he does. And it's amazing. His presentation, first off, it was so cool to see how he systemizes the entire process, which was awesome. But then second off, he shared a really vulnerable video clip, and we had people in our audience crying, and it was just his connection was amazing. Yeah, he's an amazing person, a really amazing marketer, and amazing at what he does. So if you have a chance to work with Peng Joon at any, if it is with at an event, if it is with selling books, if with driving traffic, like he's amazing at pretty much all these different skill sets across the board. If you have a chance to work with him, definitely do it. We've been grateful to know him over the last couple of years and have him as a partner. He's helped grow ClickFunnels, and he can help grow your company as well.
So the question is, if I can help somebody like Russell, who's already doing over $100 million in sales every single year, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to help you as well. Okay. Now I could keep going on and talk about how I keep winning these affiliate contests, but just about 2 months, 2 months ago now, this is on May, one of the biggest launches in the online marketing world was for this launch called Traffic Secrets. Russell came out with his third book 2 months ago. And same thing here. I came in at the number one affiliate. There was a lot of big names in here, but basically, like at the end of it all, okay. This was in the month of April, okay. And during this month, when I was promoting this book, I did about $300,000 in commissions. We did about $600,000 in sales altogether. But in the span of a month, I did $284,000 in sales. This is my commissions, right? Again, promoting a book that I didn't even write. So this is literally the crazy world that we're living in, and you can be part of the craziness, or you could be a spectator, which is what most people are doing right now. And that brings us to number 4. Okay, when you come to the Game Changer Intensive, how many of you like to discover what number 4 is? Okay, number 4, please write down the word traffic. Now, there's 2 parts of traffic that you will master when you come to this event. Okay, now what are the 2 types of traffic that you will discover that is so crucial in the online world today? Number 1, please write down the word ads, ADS, ads. I have, fast forward today, I've spent millions of dollars on ads. If you take a look at my page, you'll see that right now there's like more than 700 different ads currently active. And when I say millions of dollars, I'm not talking about running ads for other people as an agency. I'm talking about spending my own dollars running ads. And the first thing that you will discover on this section here is how do you run profitable ads? The whole goal here, please write down, spend $1 and get back $3 in net profit. This is literally the goal here. Spend $1 and get back $3 in return. How do you do that? This is where I'm going to be teaching you. How do you write good copy? What's a good hook? How do you tell a great story? How do you engage your audience? How do you do this? How do you target? What are numbers you need to know? How do you scale it? How do you retarget people? These are all skill sets that you must know, especially in today's world. Now, I want you to understand the opportunity of this. Students that have attended this training and all they did was get good at this skill set here, it became their business. Why? Understand that this is a high-level skill set. Now, what does this mean? It means that just by mastering this step alone, can you imagine if you were to utilize this skill set and help other business owners, other entrepreneurs? If, let's say, there was a plastic surgeon with a practice and you help this plastic surgeon get more leads online, how much do you think is a typical plastic surgery worth? And how much do you think this plastic surgeon would pay you every single month if all you did was help this person get 10 more extra leads a month through social media? How much do you think you would charge this person every single month? So understand that this is a high-level skill set, and many students, just based on this skill set alone, has built a business around this skill set. And if you're a business owner, you can apply this for yourself. So if you're a business owner, you'll be able to see how you can utilize this for your own products, programs, services, if you're doing affiliate marketing. Or you can do this for somebody else and make a lot of money doing it, because you can charge a recurring retainer for it. Okay, so that's the first part of traffic, running ads, which is a high income skill set in today's world. The second type of traffic, please write down, build a following. The second thing that you will discover when you come to the Game Changer Intensive is how do you actually build a following online? How do you make it so that people come to you rather than you going to them? Okay, can you imagine what would happen if somebody looked you up and they saw that you had 100,000 followers on Instagram? Now, I'm talking about like real followers, not like some fake weird bots, but real people. How many of you would agree that that would change how you are seen and perceived by your audience? Okay, which is what Dan Lok did. Dan Lok today is an online, he's got a huge online presence on Facebook, a huge online presence on Instagram, amazing engagements. And that's what he did. He did this step really well when it comes to traffic, building an audience. And the question is, how do you do this for yourself? So Dan came to my training, he implemented the system, and it made all the difference for him.
Peng Joon is one of the very rare individuals that could do very well with both, in terms of not just promoting and marketing an event, but also delivering a great experience. Not only myself, I have my director of events for my company go through Peng Joon's system to learn tools and strategies that to help us to make our event better. If you want to know how to market an event and also how to monetize an event and how to deliver that memorable experience for your audience, it doesn't matter if you're getting started, this is your first event, or you've been doing this for a while, I highly recommend Peng Joon's system. I don't recommend a lot of people, but this system I highly endorse. Check it out.
So why is it that Dan doesn't endorse anyone, really, if you follow his work, but he highly recommends this? And why did he not just go through a training, but send his director of events? Well, here's why. Dan recently, last 1.5 years ago, he did this event called Closers in Black. And this event here, it crushed it. I mean, it did over $7 million in sales. Now, obviously, first of all, Dan Lok is not a typical person. I don't know if you are a typical person, but that's what he did. His ability to get traffic well into his event. And that was what made a huge difference. In fact, all the difference for him. So that is step number 4, your ability to drive traffic. Okay, and finally, that brings us to step number 5. When you come to the Game Changer Intensive, by the way, before I reveal step number 5, how many of you are getting this? Like, you're starting to see, like, why is this such an important skill set in today's world? The ability to identify a profitable market, the ability to build a sales process, promote a product, and drive traffic. Like, just based on that alone, right? Type in me if you guys are like getting this, if you're starting to see and getting insights on why this could be the best of times or it could be the worst of times. Type in me. Okay, good. That brings us to number 5. Okay, so when you come to the Game Changer Intensive, Game Changer number 5 is please write down the word automate. Okay, please write down this next sentence. Please write down, remove myself from the business. Your goal is not to be a business operator, but to be a business owner. How do you transition from being an operator to an owner? Well, by having, please write down these 2 things, process and systems. This is the step where I'll give you my processes and my systems to automate and streamline your business as much as possible. You see, when somebody buys something from me, I don't have to open up the email saying, thank you very much for your purchase, here's your product. Thank you very much for your purchase, here's your product. Thank you very much. Because if I did that, I would have no life. My entire business that I sell products online is automated, utilizing systems and processes. And that is the thing that gives me a life. In fact, last year, Success Resources will tell you, I spent most of my time away from my business. I was away for more than 200 nights because I like traveling. I like, in fact, I can't wait for the borders to open up. But I love going on these trips. I love bringing my parents along. And most businesses, if the CEO is away for such an extended period of time, most businesses will not last. The reason why I can do what it is that I do, because I've got systems and processes in place. This is where I'm going to be giving you the same systems and processes heroes, my team of Avengers, and they are going to be, understand something, this is not a one, even though I'm the person doing the training, but they are the ones that also supporting. We are a real company with a real business, with real people behind it. Okay, so here's the number one reason why people fail. In fact, my mom asked me this question. She said, Joon, if making money online and building online business is that simple, then why isn't everybody making millions of dollars online? And I thought that's a pretty fair question. And I realize it's because most people fail not because of intelligence, not because they're not smart enough, but because they don't have a system. Most people fail because they go online, they go to Google, YouTube, thinking, you know what, let me try to do this myself. They type in how to make money online. They get about 2 billion search results, all telling them different things. They try this thing here, that thing there. They get information overload. They get confused. They get overwhelmed. And when they quit, they say, oh, online marketing doesn't work. It's a scam. Okay. The game changer is a 5-step system. What is a system? A system is something that you follow the steps, you always get a very predictable result. And in this case here, it's pretty much money in the bank account. Okay. So what are the dates? Please write this down. There are 2 main locations, they're all virtual, by the way. Okay, I'll show you how that works in a second. But if you are in Asia, please write down these dates. It will be from the 14th to the 16th of August. These are Asia-friendly time zones. If you're in Asia, take a screenshot of this, because some of you are going to ask, oh, can I have the dates and times again? Just take a picture of this, okay? 3 days, 14th to 16th. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. On Friday, we begin on Friday night, and then it's full days on Saturday and Sundays. So take a picture of this. These are the dates you'll be coming at if you're in Asia, because it's Asia-friendly time zones. And for international, if you're in Europe, if you're in Dubai, if you're in South Africa, please write down these dates instead, or take a picture of these dates. If you're in Europe, these are European, South Africa, Dubai friendly time zones. Write down 24th to the 26th of July, also 3 days, but for all 3 days, it is at these fixed time. In the UK, it'll be 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. In Dubai, it'll be 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. Okay, South Africa, same thing. So take a picture of this so that you don't have to ask again, because we always get at the end of this like, oh, can you give me the times again? Well, I'll take a picture of this right now. Okay, I'm going to give you 3 seconds to do this. Okay, these are the 2 time zones. That is, pick a one that suits you best. And the best part is they're all done virtually. So that means it's going to be like this on a Zoom call. Okay, where you'll be able to see me, I'll be able to see you, we'll be able to see each other. Okay, how it works is these few things. Now, there's a reason why it's not done tomorrow or this weekend. Here's why. Okay, first of all, please write down pre-training. Okay, now this is the training that will take place from now until the event. Okay, so that you really maximize your time with me. Okay, so what is this pre-training? This is where everybody is starting at different starting points. So I want to make sure that everybody starts at the same starting point, point A. You could be totally new. That's great, because it means that you haven't developed any bad habits yet. You could be somebody that's trying internet marketing and you haven't seen the results that you've had, or maybe advanced, whatever it is. I want everybody starting at the same starting step. So you'll go through this 3-part pre-training series at your own convenience before you come to the event, so that you can really maximize your time with me. Then the next thing that will happen is you will come to this virtual event. This is something that we sell for $4,000 whenever we do events. So you're going to get the pre-training and the Game Changer virtual intensive. Okay. Then please write down this next thing. The next thing that happened is 366 social media posts done for you. Now, one of the hardest things people have is like they don't know what to do with their social media. So what if we created 366 social media posts for you, so that for the entire year, you're not going to wake up on a Wednesday morning thinking to yourself, oh, what should I post on social media today? Everything is planned out, laid out for you, that is tied in with holidays, tied in with your promotional, tied in with stuff that's viral, inspirational, controversial, so that never again are you going to wake up thinking, what should I post on my social media post today? The templates are there, the layouts are there, the fonts are in place, so that the only thing you need to do is some minimal customization to make it truly unique. Okay, so this is something that's valued at a very conservative $497. In fact, that's what we sell it for online. And so it means you're going to get the pre-training, you're going to come to the virtual event, you're going to be able to get 366 social media posts done for you. Now, what else do you need? Remember, we talked about the importance of traffic. Now, one part that would give you a pretty big unfair advantage is the ability to create videos. But let's face it, videos are scary for some of you. Now, what if I could show you how you can create videos, whether you want to be the face or whether you don't want to be the face? I'm going to be showing you how you can get 21 videos done in 21 days. And you know what the best part is? I will actually give out prizes. How many of you here would like to have prizes just for participating and taking action? I don't know anybody who does that. I do that. Okay. Now, what if in 21 days, you'll be in a group from people all over the world, and for 21 days, you will do these videos together, where it's very strategic. I'll give you the script. I'll show you what to say. And even if you've never done a video your entire life, even if you find it extremely scary, you'll be doing it together. And I give you prizes just for participating and just for taking action. Okay, so by the end of 21 videos, you'll be able to have at the end of 21 days, you have 21 videos that you can utilize in your marketing that helps you get more leads, more traffic, more clicks, more visibility. Okay, so the last time we did this, we had over 1,000 videos done in 21 days. So in other words, you're going to get the pre-training, you're going to come to the virtual event, you're going to get the social media posts, you're going to be part of the 21-day video challenge where I give you prizes just for participating so that you actually get it done. Okay, what else do you need? Remember, we talked about the importance of ads, the ability to spend $1 and get back $3 in return. So after spending millions of dollars in ads, what if I were to give you my $1 million ads training where I show you all of the different winners so that you can utilize the languaging, the targeting, and utilize it regardless of what market you're in, whatever niche you're in, so that you can model the copy, the layout, the framework, and literally just model it, copy and paste, and model and deploy all of my winning ads. This is something that we sell for $997 on the $1 million ads. So you'll be able to get the pre-training, the virtual event, the 366 social media posts, the 21-day video challenge, all of my $1 million ads, the entire training, the targeting. And finally, what if you could be a part of a family? The Game Changers graduates for life. A lot of people has gone through this journey all over the world. And what if you could be a part of that process for life, where I will support you together with the community so that even when the training ends, you'll be able to continue to get support from us, from the community, from all of the other graduates, so that you can see what other people like Jason, like Jordan Yo, people that have walked through this entire journey from a total beginner, so that you can model their footsteps. We have people from all over the world. This is Clarence Lim, known as Fibo Lim from the Philippines. And you can see, he said he did his first webinar during this pandemic. And he said it's true that for every crisis, there's an equal amount of opportunity. And take a look at this. He's been making now 10,000 pesos in US dollars, about 250 US dollars. And he was getting this flood in sales from doing his first webinar during this pandemic. Again, like I said, it could be the best of times or it could be the worst of times. You gotta decide. Okay, it could be the best of times if, like Fibo or Clarence Jake Lim, if you're equipped with this knowledge and if you know what to do. If you don't, then it will be the worst of times. This is John Cho, who did his first $10,000 a month. We've been people from all over, okay, and you'll be able to see all of their success stories. Can you imagine being surrounded by people that's like-minded, who will push you and stretch you and get you out of comfort zone and will support you in this journey? So this is what you're going to get. You're going to get the pre-training, you're going to get the virtual event, you're going to get the social media post done for you, the 21-day video challenge, the $1 million ads, the graduates training. But the difference is from the comfort of your own home, doing it all virtually. Just seeing how it's done virtually itself, that experience would be a game changer. So it is going to be virtual. So who does this work for? This will work for you if you're a newbie, you're just getting started. This is perfect because it means that you haven't developed any bad habits just yet. Perfect. Okay. It will be for you if you're a freelancer, if you want to sell digital products, information products, intangible goods. This will be for you if you're into e-commerce, if you're a coach, if you're a local small business, if you want to generate more leads, if you're into business to business, if you want to sell other people's products, whether it's an affiliate product from Amazon, physical products, digital products, softwares, whether like Steve Larson, if you want to build your downline in network marketing, then this will work for you. Okay. So cost versus value. My biggest struggle is always putting a number associated to it, because if I knew that if I base it on cost, the amount it's cost me to learn this, to acquire this, to hire writers, designers, programmers over the last decade, and it's millions of dollars. The mistakes that I've made to learn this, millions. But if I based it on value, the amount it's made me, my family, my students, my graduates from all over the world, I don't even know how to track that number. I don't even know how to put a dollar amount to that. How much is it worth to you? I mean, and here's the thing. I know that right up to this point, some of you could be saying, well, Peng Joon, the people that you're showing, they're all these big names. They're like Russell Brunson and Dan Lok. They all seem really advanced and really smart people. What if I'm just starting out? What if I'm a total beginner? Okay, look. So this next person that I want to share with you, her name is Peggy. And Peggy was somebody that was absolutely terrible with computers. She was an absolute beginner. But here's what happened for her.
So after learning engine parts, I now earn $1,000 of choice. I know it's not a lot, but I just get started. But best of all, I can now work from home and spend time with my kids.
I know it was a little bit soft, but this was Peggy when she did her first $1,000 month 3 months after attending the program. Right, it took her a while. Now, I know what some of you are saying. $1,000 a month, like what kind of success story is that? Look, I get it. It's not a crazy number. I was at home. I was telling her the same thing. I said, Peggy, you don't understand. This is just a starting step. You need to think bigger, right? Let's talk about scaling you to $10,000. And she kind of paused and she stopped me and she said this. She said, Peng Joon, you don't understand. It's not about the $1,000 a month, but what it represents. The fact that now I can work from home, take care of my family, my kids, and to be able to do this, that to me, I can't put a dollar amount on that. How many of you would agree with what she says? Right? If you could be able to work from home, and by the way, working from home, this terminology seems to be a crazy thing. Whenever I said that, before the whole pandemic happened, people would say, oh, that's just a crazy idea. But today, when people are actually forced to work from home, it doesn't look like or seem like a crazy idea after all, is it? That's what Peggy did. If you could be able to do this from home while taking care of your family, your loved ones, how much would that lifestyle be worth to you? How much would you pay in order to do what she's doing? 10,000, 50,000? How do you put a price tag on that? Right? And even if it is just $1,000 extra a month, what will you do with that extra money? Maybe pay off a few bills, go for an extra holiday, right? How much is that worth? Now, $1,000 a month might not seem like it's a lot of money, but $1,000 in extra money could be the difference between struggling and a comfortable life, right? So, to quickly recap, the entire pre-training, the live event that's taking place virtually, my templates, the group, the community where we support you for life. This is something that we've sold through our live events for $4,000 for a really, really long time all over the world. The difference is that when we did it in London, it was £39.97. When we did it in Europe, it was €39.97. And here's the thing. Even though $4,000 converted in your local currency, wherever you're connecting from, might seem like it's a lot of money, and let's face it, it is. Let me ask you this. If all this did was, number one, to finally help you build a system that was profitable, would it be worth it? Would it be worth $4,000 if it gave you the life like what Peggy has, like what Jordan has? If it took me $4,000 to build all these different sales processes that I have online, I would pay for it all day, every day. Right? How much would that be worth to you to be able to have that lifestyle? Or if all this did was so that you can get back an extra 2 hours a day to spend time with family, loved ones, and people that actually matter to you, so that you no longer have to commute to work when this whole shutdown, lockdown ends? How much, like what Peggy is doing right now? After a year, would that extra time be worth 4,000 US dollars? How much is your time worth? Or if all this did was so that you can fire all of your programmers, your website developers, as well as your salespeople, do you think after a year you would save at least 4,000 US dollars? Right? If you ever had a business and you've ever hired any of these people, you'll know that they cost silly money, not to mention holding your business hostage if something goes wrong. Right? So do you think that would save you at least 4,000? In my whole business, I don't have a single programmer, I don't have a single website developer, and I don't have any salespeople. Do you think this would help you save at least 4,000 US dollars a year? Right? You tell me. So the last time I did this event, and they all paid $4,000 to be in that room. I asked them, how much do you think this is worth? And this is what happened.
Thank you. Now, since we're here, and I had no idea we were going to do this, but now this would be a good time for me to get some valuable feedback from you. Now, let me ask you a question. Raise your hand if you are at the third and final day of Internet Intelligence. All right, thank you. How many of you would say that this event has been better than pretty good? In fact, how many of you would say that you've been to other events before, but this one definitely surpassed all the Thank you. And how many of you now have a beautiful looking website? You're now open for business. And in fact, you actually made a sale and your first transaction right here in this very room. And raise your hand if you absolutely know 100% that this event is the one defining event that will make all the difference in your life. And how many of you know that if you actually put this into practice, it will transform your life, not just what you do, but emotionally and spiritually in all aspects of your life. So how many of you know that? And what if, let me ask you this, what if I were to offer 100% of your money back? I would want to offer 100% of your money back, but that would mean that you can't implement anything that I was shown this weekend. Is there anyone here who would want your money back? There's 200 people here in this room. What if I were to offer you double your money back? Is there anyone here? Would I give you 3 times your money back? How many of you would agree that this event is worth much more than just a price tag? Here's the thing, guys. If you know that this event is worth a minimum of at least $500,000 US, And do this only if you believe that this is 100% truth, right? Only do it if you know it's 100% truth. If you know that this is at least at 500,000 US dollars, I would like you to stand up. Do that only if you believe that it's true. I want to thank all of you in this room for allowing me to share my passion. I believe that my work here is done.
At the end of this event, I had many of my students coming up to me saying, you know, Peng Joon, this is absolutely nuts, and I think you're crazy. And I asked them why, and they said, well, we've got a lot of different options here in trainings and workshops, but we've never been to one where the trainer offered to give us our money back after the event is over. And I've said, well, number one is because I don't need your money, and number two, I know how much this thing is worth if implemented. And I think the words that I forgot to use in this video were the words "if implemented," because the truth is this. I mean, let's face it. You could learn however much information on YouTube, watch however many videos, and see however many inspirational memes on social media. But if you don't take action, how much is it worth? It's worth nothing, right? This training is only worth something if you take action. If you're somebody that loves to learn stuff but don't do anything, this training is not for you. Don't come. I don't want you to come, because then you'll be just wasting your time and my time. Okay. But if you know you're somebody that has that hunger, the desire to take action, that you know you're going to implement, then this would be for you. So here's the thing. Ever since I started doing these events, my events is always sold out all over the world. And this time when we take it virtually, well, this is something that we've always sold for $4,000. And here's the thing. Because of this whole pandemic, you can see why it's such a good deal at $39.97, which is why it is our price points all over the world, and people come and pay $4,000 for it. But here's the thing, okay? What if I told you that you're not going to have to invest that amount? Because number one, we're going to do it virtually. So that means that I don't have to fly over to a different country. I don't have to rent a whole 5-star hotel ballroom. I don't have to take care of logistics and fly 6 people over. I'm going to do it, well, not over here. I'm going to do it in my studio. Some of you might have seen that setup before. It looks amazing. You're not going to invest even half of that amount. And in fact, not even at $997, which is, I know it's shocking because that's a very typical price point for a webinar. For today only, together with Success Resources, we want to do an absolutely insane amount. And what if you could get started for only $497? Now, this is a price point that I've actually never, ever done until this whole pandemic happened. But if you want to get started, regardless of which part of the world you're at, all you need to do is go to Peng Joon, open a new tab right now, type in pengjoon.com/limited. Now, I have no intentions to be doing this at this price point after this whole lockdown ends. But because of this and because of what people are going through right now, I've never done this price point before. And if you want to be able to get locked in at this price point, at this investment, open up a new tab right now, type in pengjoon.com/limited. Now, here's how this thing works. Every single time I do this at live events, I'll always know that there are people who are decisive, people who know that this is for them, and I want to be able to reward these people. And the last time I did this, it ran out in like 7 minutes, okay? But here's what I want to do, okay? For those of you that is serious, for those of you that are serious action takers because you're decisive, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put up a timer on my phone over here, and I'm going to put a 30-minute timer. Okay, I'm going to start. I just started it right now. And any one of you that make that investment in the first 30 minutes, okay, in the next 30 minutes, here's what I'm going to do. Okay, the first bonus is a bonus that is not available anywhere else. Now, remember this contest? What if I were to give you the entire case study of how I won the Traffic Secrets contest, where I don't just reveal to you the steps and the strategy of what I did, step by step, all of my campaigns, all of my ads, all of my emails, exactly what I did to become the #1 affiliate. And what if I didn't just give you the training, but I also gave you all of my resources. That means every single image that I use, every single email that I use, all of the single ads that I use, the targeting, the thought process, the strategizing. Now, this contest over here that got me to the #1 affiliate, it did over about $600,000 in sales, and made me the #1 affiliate. Now, one of the affiliates in there that was in top 10 literally begged me. He said, Peng Joon, I want to be able to maintain my top 10 spot. What are you doing right now that I am not? And my reply to him was this emoji with a sunglasses on. Okay. And he said, no, seriously, I will pay you $10,000 for it if you break down exactly what you did and you gave me all the resources after this training's over. And he was a good friend, so I didn't even charge him $10,000 for it. I gave him access to this, but literally, you will not be able to get this anywhere else, and other than you investing in this in the next 28 minutes. So what does this mean? It means that if you want to discover what is the secrets of being a #1 affiliate, where it's not theory, where I beat over 5,000 affiliates in that contest to become the #1 affiliate, then the only place is to get is here. Now, if you are in the online marketing world, you probably know that there's a lot of people where they make like $10,000 online and now they're selling some $997 course. Okay, or worse yet, some people have never made $1 online and now they're selling a $997 course. This is not theory. This is not something that I feel is going to work in affiliate marketing. It's literally what I did that made me the #1 affiliate. And if you want to be able to see how that's done so that you can apply this in affiliate marketing, regardless of what market, what niche that you're in, then all you gotta do is open up a new tab, type in pengjoon.com/limited, and anyone who makes that investment in the next 27 minutes, this is all tracked. My team will be sending you these bonuses. Okay, so that's bonus #1. Okay, I put a value in here as $10,000, even though it made me about 300,000 because I'm being conservative, and that's how much it's worth if I were to sell it separately. Okay, so you'll be able to get my secrets of #1 affiliate. The second thing that you're gonna get, okay, bonus #2, if for all of you that make that investment in the next 27 minutes, is all of my top funnels. That means whether it's my physical products, affiliate products, digital products. Now, when we used to build funnels for people, we don't do that anymore. We charge $30,000 for it. Today we charge $50,000 and we take 10% of all sales. But what if, remember this? What if you could also get access to my life's work? Now, what is my life's work? What if I were to give you all of the sales process that I use in free plus shipping, in challenge funnels, in e-commerce, in building up membership sites, in building up webinar funnels, the same thing that I've spent, I don't know, silly money on in building up for myself that has made me tens of millions of dollars. Now, obviously, this is something that's very personal and private of mine. I don't want everyone having the same templates and layouts that I use. But if you are serious, you will have all of my sales process where the architecture and the infrastructure of all these different sales processes that I use. So whether you want to sell physical products or digital products, whether you want to be an agency, whether you want to grow your network marketing business, whether you want to flip homes, whether you want to be in insurance market, there's a proven sales process for that. And if you want to have the proven sales process where the design is done, where the layout is done, where the copywriting is done, and all you need to do is either fill in the blanks, copy and paste, and model the thing that's already proven, then all you need to do is go to pengjoon.com/limited to be able to get this bonus not found anywhere else. So you have 25 minutes for this. Now, this is absolutely insane. The people that used to have access to this were the people that paid me $4,000 that came to my live events. Understand something. When this thing is over, this price point will not be repeated ever again. Mark my words. I've never done this until the lockdown happened, but because I'm stuck at home, well, I'm stuck in my country now. The lockdown has ended here in Malaysia. But if you want to have access to this, pengjoon.com/limited would be the place to go to. Here's the thing. $497, if you take this amount and if you divided it by 365. I'm not good at math, so I need to use a calculator here. How much is that? That's $1.36 a day. Now, the point I'm trying to make is you will spend this money anyway. You're going to spend this money on Starbucks. In fact, you can't, $1.36 probably can't even get you a Starbucks. You get a pack of chicken nuggets, okay, I think, okay, depending on which part of the world you're at. So you got to ask yourself, okay, do you think that is going to help you get you to where you want to be in life? And if you're going to spend this amount anyway on a pack of chicken nuggets, why not take this amount and invest it in yourself so that you can get it back many times over? How many of you here, you have spent $497 before and you actually regret because it was a dumb purchase? Okay. Why not reinvest in yourself? Okay, that's my question. Okay, because this amount, it's a replenishable resource. Some of you, you have this, you're gonna be able to save this, might take you a month, 3 months, a year to save this amount. Some of you might have this amount currently in your bank. I don't know where you're at in life, but this amount, you're gonna eventually save that money back. But what if I could help you save time on that learning curve so that you don't have to go through what most people would go through? Think about that for a second. How many people do you think that's out there that's thinking about, you know what, let me try to figure this out myself, and after a year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, they've still not yet figured it out? Because the number one mistake people make is trying to figure things out on their own. They get information overload. They try this thing here, that thing there, they quit, and then they say, oh, this thing doesn't work. Okay, what if I could help you save time on that learning curve so that you don't have to make the mistakes that I made? And you don't have to go to the learning curve, the decade of learning curve that I went through. How much is that time saved worth to you? Is it worth $497? You tell me. Okay, so let me just do a quick recap. So what you're going to get is, number one, you're going to get the pre-training. The training will start immediately. You're going to be able to come for the virtual event. So depending on your time zone, you can choose to come for the one that is Asia friendly or the one that is Europe, Dubai, or South Africa friendly. Choose one, pick one. It's going to be live. It's going to be me in person. I'm going to be able to see your face. You'll be able to see mine. You can be able to see each other on a Zoom call. You'll be able to you'll be getting my 366 social media posts. You'll be able to get my 21-day video challenge where I will give you the script, the templates, the challenge, so that by the end of 21 days, you have 21 videos done that will help you get more clicks, more visibility, and to help you get comfortable on camera, even if you're scared, if you find it extremely scary right now. You'll be able to get my $1 Million Ads training, so that for every $1 you spend, you get back $3 in return, so that you'll be able to either do it yourself or do it for somebody else and have people pay you good money for it. And you'll be able to be part of my graduates community where we support you for life. This is something that we sold for $4,000 all around the world, and because it's now virtual, you'll be able to participate in this for just a limited time. pengjoon.com/limited at $497. If you made this investment in the first 30 minutes, you have 23 minutes left, then you'll be able to get my case study on how I became the #1 affiliate for Traffic Secrets, all my emails, all of my ads, all of my resources, valued at $10,000, where people in top 10 offered me the same thing that is not for sale anywhere else. And the second bonus that you're going to get is all of my top funnels. So whether you want to sell physical products, digital products, and affiliate offers. Now, I know that some of you might have some questions. I'll do a quick Q&A at the end. Okay, I'll take on any questions you might have right at the end. But basically, if you are in the first 30 minutes, okay, there's a timer on the page, on the checkout. My team is tracking all of that. You have 20 minutes left. If you are a fast action taker, then you will be able to get and claim all these bonuses not found anywhere else, worth over $40,000. So get started now for $497. I want to share with you a few different case studies. Okay, so while you guys are doing that right now, I know that some of you, you know that this is for you. You already want to do this, so I want to give you full permission right now. Okay, open up a new tab, type in pengjoon.com/limited. For those of you that's on the fence, I'm just going to show you different case studies, testimonials, and people just like you that was thinking about doing it and they took the leap and what happened for them. Okay, so this next person is Stephen Yong. Now, again, if you know that this is for you, you don't even have to watch this. Go ahead and go to pengjun.com/limited because I do not want you to miss out on your bonuses. But this is Stephen Yong, who started out, and about a few months after attending the training, here's what happened for him.
Even the webinar itself has given me a 1 day, 1 sales averagely, and I can show you this result. I've really not full force into Facebook advertisement yet, so it has been giving me a direct result like these 1 day, 1 sales. I'm not even full force yet, but yes, thank you, Peng Joon.
So this is Stephen Yong. He's from Malaysia. And after attending the training, he was getting 1 day a sale, or 1 sale per day every day. And this was like 4 months in. But guess what? He didn't stop there. He kept going.
Hey Peng Joon, I'm Steven here. I'm currently in Thailand. Now the reason why I'm in Thailand is also because of you, because of your proven booking strategy has enabled me to share my e-commerce dropshipping program across the countries that I travel, whether it's offline or online. I particularly want to thank you the strategy that you shared with me of the webinar funnels that I run it hour the hour that has generated $500,000 sales for me. That's huge. And that's crazy to sell my e-commerce dropshipping program online. So that's why thank you, Peng Joon. Thank you so much.
Now, notice something. First of all, Stephen might not be the most fluent in English, which hopefully by now you've realized not a requirement, but he's somebody who has heart, that is decisive, that is an action taker. And guess what? From making a sale on average every day to generating over $500,000 to crushing it in e-commerce, and fast forward today, in fact just a few months ago, he was nominated as the 100 most influential young entrepreneurs of 2019. 2.5 years to 3 years was what took him. Now, isn't that a pretty amazing journey? What if you had no idea what was possible for you a year, 3 years, 10 years from now, if only you had the right systems, the right training, the right mentor, if only you took the right decisions and you took the right actions? Where do you think you could be a year, 3 years, 10 years from now? What do you think is possible? So before we go into the Q&A, how do I know if this is legit? Okay, this is for those of you, if you are following me for the first time and this is the first time you've ever seen my stuff and you do not follow me on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, some of you are probably thinking, how do I know if this is legit? How do I know if Peng Joon is legit? Okay, now, great question. In fact, right now online, there's so many scams out there that you should be skeptical, and you definitely should be skeptical of this offer. So how do you do your due diligence when there's so many questionable offers and products out there? Here's what I do, okay? Let me share with you what it is that I do. Whenever I want to see if something actually works, what I do is I always go to a person's Facebook page. Now, this is how you see if a person is legit or not. Okay. Now, on a person's Facebook page, you see this tab here that says reviews. Now, not every page will have this turned on. This is actually optional. And if a Facebook page doesn't have this turned on, it's a first red flag for me because it tells me that there's something to hide. I have nothing to hide. I leave this on. And if you know how Facebook reviews work, you'll know that it can't be edited. I can't control who posts and what they say. Okay, so you will see all of the good, the bad, the ugly of what people say. On my Facebook page, I have over 1,000 5-star reviews. 4.9 can't make everybody happy. Okay, so go and do your due diligence. Go read the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, see what people say from all over the world. Okay, do your due diligence. It's good that you're skeptical. Okay, I want you to notice what people say from all over. Okay, now let's take a look at, and again, by the way, guys, you probably know that people who leave reviews are usually a lot more likely to leave a review if they're unhappy than happy, right? How many of you will agree? So if somebody's unhappy, definitely leave a review. If somebody is happy with it, doesn't mean that they might necessarily leave one, right? So this is Lester who says, I attended Peng Joon's virtual game changer intensive over the last 3 days. He really over-delivered. Despite having been in the digital market space for over a decade, I learned so much and gained clarity on many concepts that I haven't been previously grasped well enough. He's been doing this for a decade, guys. He said, I decided to attend this training knowing he's one of the best in the world in digital marketing and unlearned and relearned so much of my previous knowledge due to knowing more about Peng Joon's exact framework. He used real-life examples and totally predicted what he preached throughout the 3 days and that's what made him different. I highly recommend anyone who wishes to learn anything from Peng Joon. You won't regret, he totally delivers. Okay, so again, it's good that you're skeptical and see what people say from all over. This is Jonathan Jakes, who said, I attended Peng Joon's retreat. It blew me away. He gave us all the templates, the tools, the systems he used to grow his business. I firmly believe that what I learned this event will help us 5x our business. Peng Joon truly cares about students. Thank you for going way above and beyond. Okay, Jonathan Jakes is from California. Okay, we've got students from all over. Okay, Asia, US, the UK. Okay. And I can keep going on and on and on and on, and you will see that people attended from our live events, Game Changer. I watched a pre-training which Peng Joon told me set my expectations high. He was going to massively exceed them. Who would dare promise that? Well, I just finished the Game Changer, and I can assure you my expectations were truly exceeded. I'm blown away by how knowledgeable and how enjoyable last 2 days has been. That's right. Last time it was just 2 days. Now you guys are getting 3. Okay, I can't wait to get started. Okay, so again, guys, I could keep going on and on and on and keep scrolling down, but the question I want you to ask is really, how many success stories or reviews or case studies do you need to see in order for you to make a decision? Just think about that for a second. How many do you need to see? Do you have a number? Is it 10, 30, 50, 100? Again, it's good to be skeptical. There's a lot of scams out there. Surely all these people can't be my friends or my buddies. Like Tarabu Karuthers, who's from Sydney, right? Says the last 2.5 days has been mind-blowing, yada yada, right? See what people say. Okay? Again, go read the good, the bad, ugly. Now, do I have 1-star reviews? Of course. I believe that out of the 1,300, I've got like 5 1-star reviews, and mainly they're from people who are saying, I keep seeing this guy spam me with ads. I can't stand him. He needs to get off Facebook, right? Can't make everyone happy. Okay, but again, the question you got to ask yourself is: it's good to be skeptical, but how many success stories and case studies do you need to see from people all over the world? And I can keep going. Oh, this is Max. Okay, take a look. He says, 100 times value for me. Best $497 I've ever spent on online marketing, sales, closing, and entrepreneurship. Okay. Rinaldo Handaya, who obviously has trouble taking pictures. Okay. Says very transparent, intensive, genuine training. Okay. Cecilia. And by the way, guys, take a look at this picture. This is how we'll be doing our live event. I'm going to be going to my studio. I'll be able to see you. You'll be able to see me. This experience itself. I spent, let's just say, silly money building this world-class studio. There's like 12 screens at the back. In front of me, there's 16 screens. And I'm going to be able to see each and every one of you. Okay, just this alone, the experience is going to be pretty crazy. Okay, so again, I can keep going on, but just think about at what point will you make a decision? So I'm going to go to Q&A in a second. Okay, let me just kind of look at your faces again. Adrian says, what are the dates? I don't have the dates off my mind. If somebody from my team can go ahead and answer Adrian's question, that would be great. Okay, but let's see if there's any questions. Okay, so guys, I'm going to, if you have any questions, just post them in here. Pengjoon.com/limited is the place to go. Now, I'm going to end this training with one last final thing. Okay. And I want to leave you with perhaps 5 questions. Okay. Question number 1, for those of you that's still here thinking about doing this, is, if not this, then what? 15 years ago, I was always starting on a new thing. I would start and then I'll fail. I'll start and then I'll fail. I always thought, but I'm smart, right? When is it ever going to? But why is it not working out? If only I had this system back then, right? So if you're still on the fence on this, the first question I want you to ask is, if not this, then what? People used to think that online marketing, I'll do it one day, and then all of a sudden, literally overnight, it forced people to go online. And those companies and businesses that was around for 100 years that never went online vanished, literally. If not this, then what? Are you waiting for the next cryptocurrency? What else are you waiting for? Second question, for those of you that's on the fence, is, if not you, then who? I may not know all of you personally, but I do know that you made a decision to be here today because there's a part of you that wants to do more. And only you and you yourself alone can make that stand. And if you don't do this for yourself, at least, do it for your family. But if not you, then who? Third question is, if not now, then when? When is it ever going to be the right time? We are living in such a unique time frame right now that you've already seen the proof that the people that does not have an online process with an online delivery mechanism, these are the losers. And the people that's making it the best times ever are the people that do. If not now, then when? When is it ever going to be the right time? When are the stars ever going to align for you? And I know that one radical decision can be a life-changing moment. And this is one of those moments. If not now, then when? Second last question is, what would happen if you don't say yes? Well, life would happen. Let's face it. You'll just continue doing what you've been doing all this while. Hang out with the same friends, same boss, same people, same lifestyle, same routine, which is good if you're happy with the current results. The whole definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. If you're happy with your current result, then great. But if not, then do something different. What do you think would have happened for me if I didn't say yes? If I didn't say yes a long, long time ago, do you think right now I will be equipped with the knowledge, the skill set, and the confidence to be doing a presentation like that today? Never. Do you know why? Because doing this would have been really scary for me 10 years ago. I started saying yes. I got practice. I got training. I started doing things differently. What would happen if you didn't say yes? And finally, what could happen if you did say yes? You've already seen the case studies and the testimonials from world-class thought leaders, entrepreneurs, as well as absolute beginners. You decide. What do you think your life could be like if you could wake up in the morning, head over to your laptop, check your email, and realize that you made more sales than you did when you were awake? What life would you like to live if you did say yes? Either way, guys, I want to thank all of you for being here. We spent like 2.5 hours here together. And whether you come or not, I want to thank you for spending your evening or night or morning with me, depending on where you're at. I appreciate you all. If you have already signed up, then congratulations. I will see you at the event in person, well, virtually, real soon. And if not, hopefully our paths will cross again soon. Success Resources, they are running this event. I'm not sure if they're going to leave this webinar on, but if you have any questions, post them. They will answer your questions. But I hope that you guys have learned something. But now I believe that my work is done, but yours has just begun. Guys, thank you all so much for your time, and hopefully I will see you guys soon. Okay, take care, and bye-bye.